Beyond the Veil, Secrets of the Universe, Ancient Gods, and Hidden Knowledge, Part 24. The Higher Self in the Law of One. Understanding your future self and its role in your evolution. Introduction, the mystery of the higher self. Throughout history, spiritual seekers, mystics, and philosophers have explored the concept of the higher self. Some describe it as a divine spark within us, others as a guardian angel-like force guiding us through life. But what if your higher self is not separate from you? What if it is you, but from the future, a more evolved, enlightened version of yourself that has already walked your path and is now reaching back to help you? The Law of One, a channeled text that offers deep metaphysical insights into the nature of reality, provides an extraordinary perspective on the higher self. According to Ra, a sixth density collective consciousness that transmitted this knowledge, the higher self is not an external being, but rather the evolved version of your own soul from the mid-sixth density of existence. It exists beyond time, observes all your incarnations, and offers guidance and protection when requested. But it also respects free will, meaning that it does not control or interfere unless you actively seek its wisdom. Understanding the higher self is one of the most profound revelations in spiritual evolution, for it reshapes our perspective on destiny, reincarnation, and personal growth. In this episode, we will dive deep into this concept, answering key questions such as: what is the higher self? Where does it exist and how does it operate? How does it interact with our current incarnation? How can we establish a stronger connection with it? How does it shape our spiritual journey across lifetimes? By the end of this exploration, you will have a clearer, expanded understanding of your higher self and the profound role it plays in your soul's eternal evolution. 1. What is the higher self? The higher self is one of the most misunderstood concepts in spirituality. Many believe it is an external divine force, a guardian spirit assigned at birth, or an angelic entity watching over us. However, according to Ra, the higher self is actually you, but from a far more evolved and enlightened perspective. In session 72 of the Law of One, the questioner asks, "What I am trying to understand is more about the higher self and its relationship with the mind-body-spirit complex. Is the higher self a mid-sixth density being that exists as a separate entity from the time-space construct?" Ra responds, "What you have said is correct. The higher self is an entity from mid-sixth density that returns and serves itself." This statement carries profound implications. The higher self is not an external being. It is an aspect of yourself that exists in a more advanced state of evolution. From its higher perspective, it reaches back through time to assist you in your current incarnation. Because time is an illusion, your higher self already knows the challenges you will face and the lessons you need to learn. However, it does not control or interfere with your journey. It simply offers guidance when requested. In essence, your higher self is your future self, existing in a state of wisdom, balance, and enlightenment. 2. The sixth density and the higher self's role in your evolution. To understand the higher self, we must first understand the concept of densities in the Law of One. According to Ra, consciousness evolves through 7 densities, levels of awareness that correspond to different stages of spiritual evolution. Prosody rate 7%. First density, the realm of basic awareness, elements, minerals, water, fire, air. Second density, the realm of growth and instinct, plants and animals. Third density, the realm of self-awareness and choice, where humanity currently resides. Fourth density, the realm of love and understanding, a more harmonious existence, telepathic connection, and collective consciousness. Fifth density, the realm of wisdom and refinement, deep contemplation, mastery of the self, and pure energy bodies. Sixth density, the realm of unity and balance, where love and wisdom merge into one, and where the higher self resides. Seventh density, the gateway to the infinite creator, where the illusion of individuality dissolves and the soul returns to the source. The sixth density is particularly important because it represents the first true integration of all lessons learned through lifetimes of incarnation. At this stage, the soul remembers everything, all of its past lives, all of its karmic experiences, and all of its spiritual struggles. It has mastered polarity, both service to self and service to others, and now exists in a state of unity consciousness. Once a soul reaches the mid-sixth density, it takes on a new role. It becomes a guide and protector for its past incarnations, its younger selves. It acts as a spiritual compass, helping its past selves navigate challenges. It offers intuitive insights, synchronicities, and dream messages when requested. However, the higher self does not interfere unless free will is honored. It can send guidance, but it cannot force decisions. Every choice you make is still yours alone. 3. The relationship between time, free will, and the higher self. One of the most profound teachings in the Law of One is that time is an illusion. From the perspective of higher densities, there is no past, present, or future. Everything exists simultaneously. This means that your past lives are not truly behind you. They are still happening now in different dimensions of time-space. Your higher self is experiencing the reality of sixth density while also being present in your current life. You are simultaneously a student here in third density and a teacher as your higher self in sixth density. In session 72, Don asks, can we say that the higher self is somehow manipulating its past self to navigate lower densities and gain experience? Ra's response is clear. This is incorrect. The higher self does not manipulate. It protects and guides whenever asked. This means that the higher self does not control you. It respects your free will. However, if you actively seek its wisdom, it will respond through intuitive nudges, dreams, synchronicities, and moments of deep knowing. The more aligned you become with your higher self, the more easily you can receive its messages. 4. How to connect with your higher self. Since the higher self is always present, it is possible to establish a strong connection with it. Techniques for connection. 1. Meditation and stillness. Silence your mind to attune your frequency to your higher self. 2. Dream work. Keep a dream journal. Many messages come through dreams. 3. Setting intentions. Before sleeping, say, higher self, I am open to your guidance. Please show me what I need to know. Heart-centered awareness. The higher self operates from pure love. The more you open your heart, the clearer its messages. Recognizing synchronicities. Notice patterns, numbers, or events that repeat in your life. These are often signs from your higher self. The closer you align with love, wisdom, and truth, the stronger your connection with your higher self becomes. 5. The higher self and karma. How it helps you evolve. One of the most fascinating aspects of the higher self is its role in managing karma and life lessons across multiple incarnations. Karma, as understood in spiritual traditions, is not about punishment or reward. Instead, it is about balance and experience, a self-correcting mechanism designed to help souls grow and evolve. Ra describes karma as incomplete lessons that must be learned before a soul can progress to higher densities. When an experience is left unresolved, it carries over into future incarnations until it is understood and integrated. Your higher self, existing in the mid-sixth density, has already completed this journey and knows the lessons you need to learn. From its higher perspective, it helps orchestrate and balance your experiences across lifetimes. How the higher self manages karma. Your higher self does not erase karma for you, but it helps guide you through it by 1. Designing your life plan before birth. Before each incarnation, your higher self works with your guides to map out the key challenges and experiences that will help you evolve. It ensures that you meet certain people, face certain obstacles, and encounter specific lessons that will balance past life karma. However, it does not dictate how you respond. Free will is always respected. 2. Sending synchronicities and guidance. Your higher self communicates through signs, dreams, gut feelings, and coincidences to steer you toward making higher choices. When you are about to repeat a past mistake, it may send a strong intuitive warning or a synchronistic event to nudge you in a better direction. If you ignore these signs, the lesson will repeat until it is learned. Helping you remember past lessons. Many of the fears, strengths, or habits you have come from past lives. Your higher self occasionally triggers memories through dreams, déjà vu, or deep meditations to help you reconnect with what you have already learned. 4. Preparing you for future incarnations. If you do not fully resolve certain karmic patterns, they will carry over into future lifetimes. Your higher self tracks your progress and ensures that the lessons you miss now will be included in future incarnations. When you develop a conscious relationship with your higher self, you can accelerate your karmic evolution by learning faster, with greater awareness. Instead of repeating painful lessons, you can start to resolve them with wisdom and love. 6. The higher self and the Akashic records. In many spiritual traditions, there is a concept of the Akashic records, a universal library that contains the record of every thought, action, and event that has ever occurred. According to Ra, the higher self has access to the Akashic records and can retrieve information from past and future lifetimes. This means that the higher self can see the patterns across all of your incarnations. It knows why you were born in this life and what you came here to learn. It can access the wisdom of other lifetimes and bring it into your present awareness. However, because free will is sacred, the higher self does not force this knowledge upon you. Instead, it delivers information when you are ready. How the higher self uses the Akashic records to guide you. 1. Dreams and visions. Sometimes, your higher self will send you dreams or flashbacks of past lives when it is important for your current growth. If you suddenly feel an intense connection to a place, person, or time period, it may be a past life memory surfacing. 2. Sudden intuitive knowing. Have you ever known something without knowing how you know it? This is called intuitive recall, when your higher self downloads information from the Akashic records into your current consciousness. Déjà vu and strong attractions. Many people experience déjà vu, the feeling of having lived a moment before. The higher self sometimes activates these sensations to remind you that you are on the right path or repeating a past cycle. 4. Past life healing and integration. When you work with past life regression, meditation, or deep reflection, your higher self can help unlock memories that are crucial for healing. For example, certain fears or traumas may not originate in this life, but rather in a previous incarnation. Recognizing and integrating these past life patterns can bring deep emotional and spiritual healing. By connecting with your higher self, you can gain direct access to the wisdom stored in the Akashic records, allowing you to make better choices in this lifetime. 7. The higher self and parallel timelines. One of the most mind-expanding revelations from the Law of One is the concept of multiple timelines. According to Ra, because time is an illusion, there are many different versions of you existing simultaneously in different timelines. Your higher self exists outside of time and has access to all these timelines. It observes, what happens if you make one choice versus another? How different versions of your life unfold? Which choices bring the most growth and alignment? This means that your higher self can 1. Help you navigate life decisions. When you are at a crossroads, your higher self already sees the outcome of each path. This is why gut feelings and strong intuitive nudges often push you toward a particular choice. 2. Align you with the highest possible timeline. Every moment, you are shifting between different parallel versions of reality. Your higher self gently nudges you toward the timeline that brings the most growth, fulfillment, and love. Guide you toward pre-planned events. Certain soul agreements, like meeting a soulmate, finding your true purpose, or experiencing a major breakthrough, are part of pre-designed timelines. The higher self ensures that you are aligned with these moments at the right time. The more you tune into your higher self, the easier it becomes to consciously shift into higher timelines, leading to a more harmonious, fulfilling life. 8. The higher self and the transition to fourth density. According to Ra, Earth is currently transitioning from third density to fourth density, a shift from a reality of separation and struggle to one of unity and harmony. Your higher self is assisting you in this transition by helping you release lower vibrational patterns, fear, control, ego attachments, activating your spiritual gifts and intuitive abilities, aligning you with people and experiences that accelerate your evolution. In fourth density, humanity will experience greater telepathic communication, a natural ability to connect with the higher self and other higher density beings, a more collective, unified consciousness. The more connected you are to your higher self, the easier this transition will be. This is why many people today feel a strong call to awaken, a desire to heal old wounds and clear past karma, an urge to align with their soul's true mission. Your higher self is guiding you toward this new reality, preparing you to fully step into your power. Final thoughts. The higher self and the infinite journey. The concept of the higher self is one of the most empowering and transformative revelations in the Law of One. It reminds us that we are not simply wandering through life without purpose. We are guided by a future version of ourselves that has already walked the path and attained wisdom. Your higher self is not separate from you. It is you, but at a stage where you have already integrated all your experiences, balanced your karma, and aligned with the universal truth of oneness. It exists outside of time, watching over you with unconditional love, gently nudging you toward your highest timeline while always respecting your free will. The more you consciously connect with your higher self, the more you begin to remember who you truly are. You start to recognize the synchronicities, intuitive downloads, and inner wisdom that are constantly guiding you. Life stops feeling like a series of random events and begins to unfold like a perfectly orchestrated lesson plan, one designed by you from a higher state of awareness. As Earth transitions into fourth density, more and more people are awakening to the reality of their higher selves. We are beginning to reclaim our spiritual power, understand our purpose, and actively participate in our own evolution. You are not alone on this journey. You never were. Your higher self is always here, whispering through your intuition, illuminating your path, and reminding you of the infinite being that you are. And as you continue to grow, evolve, and ascend, there will come a time when you too will serve as the higher self for your past selves, guiding them just as you are being guided now. The cycle of evolution is eternal. The journey never truly ends, it only expands. You are already where you need to be. You are already whole. You are already home.